Привет. This is an old Cossack tale. The tale of the straw ox. And like most Cossack tales, it begins with a couple of the poor. There was a poor elderly couple. They were near starving. Their little plot of land could barely sustain them. And the old woman, the Baba, asked the Jid, the old man, one day, please make an ox. Make an ox of straw and of tar. You know, perhaps this will be able to feed us. Ah, Durna Baba, what? How can you even imagine that this would? The old man, the Jid, realized it was futile to argue with her. They'd been married for many, many years. And so he went out into the yard and took straw and took tar, and he spent a day and a night and another day, and he fashioned this ox of straw and tar. There, Baba, are you satisfied? What good will this do us? And he went into the khata, into the hut, and he sat on the peach, the stove. The next morning, the Baba took out her distaff and she took the ox, the straw ox, onto the steps. There, now you may graze here, while I will spin flax. Well, she was spinning flax and then dozed off. And from the woods, a bear came out and saw the ox as a meal and bit into the ox. But he was unable to get loose. His teeth were stuck there. And the ox took the bear home. And the Jid saw the bear, and he locked the bear in the cellar. He was so amazed with this, he didn't even stop to think about how did this straw ox bring this bear home. But he looked upon this as a great gift and threw the bear in the cellar. And the Baba woke up and looked around, didn't see the heifer. Maybe the heifer's gone home. And she came, saw that the ox was in the yard, in the farmyard, and talked to her husband and found out that the ox had brought home a bear. The next morning, the Baba tried this again, imagining that something would happen, that the ox would somehow provide food. And off she went. And she had her distaff with her to spin flax and told the straw ox to graze. And again she dozed off, and this time a wolf came from the forest and bit into the ox, and the ox took the wolf home. And the old man was again amazed and seized the wolf and threw the wolf in the same cellar with the bear. And the woman looked around, she woke up, the ox is gone. She went home, hurriedly, maybe the ox went home. And there was the ox at home, and the husband told her, it brought a wolf. The third morning, the old woman took her distaff and went out with the straw ox. There, please graze upon the steps. And she was working with her distaff to spin some flax and fell asleep. And this time, a fox came out and bit the straw ox. And as before, the fox could not get loose any more than the wolf or the bear could, And the straw ox brought the trapped wolf home, and the Jid pulled the fox loose from the straw ox and threw it in the cellar with the bear and the wolf. And the Baba woke up, and she went home hurriedly, and again, there's the straw ox. There's the Jid explaining to the Baba, I don't know, it brought home a fox this time. And the next day she went out again, and this time it was a hare that tried to take a bite of the ox, perhaps recognizing the straw and deciding maybe it could eat this. It too was stuck. And the ox dragged the hare home. Baba woke up, looked around, went home, and there was the ox. There was her husband, Jid, and this time it was a hare. What are we to do with these animals? Let me think about this. And the next morning, the Jid went into the cellar, and he brought a very big, very sharp knife. And he smiled at the bear. What do you want to do with the knife? I'm going to make some coats out of you. So that way my Baba and I won't be cold in the winter. Oh, no. I will bring you something that you will enjoy. Just please spare me. And the old man, the Jid, let the bear go. And he's eyeing the wolf. What do you want to do with me? I want to make a couple of hats out of you to keep our heads warm. Oh, no. I will bring you something most pleasing. Just please let me go. Okay. Off you go. And the wolf took off. And there were the foxes. Or there was the fox. And the fox asked, what do you plan to do with me? People would pay dearly for your pelt. And I intend to take it off of you. Oh, no. Let me go, and I will bring you something wonderful. This seems foolish, but the old man let the fox go. And he looked at the hare, and the hare asked, what are your plans for me? Well, I think you might make some gloves. Some mittens. No. Let me go. I'll bring you something special. He let the animal go. Well, the next day, his wife heard a commotion and heard a noise at the door. Jid, someone's scratching at the door. Go and see what it is. And he opened the door, and there was the bear. And the bear had brought a lot of honey. A whole hive full of honey. The old man took the honey from the bear. But no sooner did he sit down on the peach, there was more scratching at the door. The old man looked out. The wolf was driving a whole flock of sheep to him. Close upon the heels of the flock of sheep came the fox, driving geese and hens and all manner of fowl. And then came the hare, and the hare was bringing cabbage and kale and all sorts of good vegetables and good food. And the old man was glad, and the old woman was glad, and the old man sold the sheep, and got so rich, then he needed nothing more. As for the straw ox, it stood in the sun until it fell to pieces. It was at the feast I heard this tale. There it was, I drank mead ale. Though it flowed down my beard, my mouth stayed dry, for never a drop passed my lips, swear I.